Yeah, I hear him fine. I just don't hear me.
I can hear everybody.
Oh, that sweat on him probably done shorted out his headsets. He might get electrocuted.
It might, for real. One.
Y'all get him
one.
a towel or something. He's
One.
sweating like a fool. We
live.
We are.
Oh, we live. What's up,
okay.
America? How
Okay.
y'all doing? We got.
Hey,
go ahead. Let's go
He's
with
still
it.
sweating like a fool.
Hey, that ain't me.
Somebody's phone off.
That ain't me.
It's not mine.
That ain't me. That ain't me. It's on silent now. You ready? Let's do it.
When the time's okay.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I hope y'all got some music to start first, and not that.
Typically we do.
No.
Ain't that.
I sing for all the different guests that come on the show. I actually have gone around the NBA making, the national anthem. I sing at halftime. Me and Pavarotti at times. We kind of do it.
Live Trump. Down Trump School of Line. Go ahead, boy.
There we go. All right, let's go.
I thought it was just a Louisville thing. My bad.
It is.
Hey man. Hey man. Don't be talking about the Ville, man. You ain't won no championships. Can't be talking about the Ville.
Welcome back to R&R on Sports. And as always, we have only the best guests. Only the best guests. And
this guest about to be put off the show.
No,
because he's talking.
You don't have that kind of latitude. You can't put nobody off.
Negatively about my hometown. We can't have that.
We're gonna talk about that. We have.
You know what?
No. Let me give you a
problem. No, let me say one thing.
On to him.
No, hold on. Let me just say one thing. Let me say one thing real quick here. I've never been put out of a place, but I've been asked to leave.
And it ain't gonna happen here, though. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome to R&R on Sports for the very first time NBA champion with the Detroit Pistons.
Bad boys.
Former
what you gonna do?
Retired NBA player from Memphis, Tennessee. We are talking about William Bedford. Welcome to R&R on Sports, my brother.
So you hear the crowd hollering for you.
I hear.
Now, let me so people understand the tension that we have here.
Yeah, we got some tension.
William Bedford is from Memphis, Tennessee. I am from Memphis, Tennessee. We are in Memphis. We do our show from Memphis, Tennessee. And University of Memphis, which then was Memphis State.
Yes, sir.
Had these arch rivals. We didn't think too much of them.
Wait.
Because they were pretty weak. They were from a weak city. But Louisville, the Louisville Cardinals, then coached by, I believe, Crum.
Denny Crum. He never been to jail.
You say that as compared to his successor?
No. I'm talking about the coach that was at Memphis.
Oh, the coach that was at Louisville.
No, ain't no coach that was at Louisville. They ain't been to jail.
Oh, they didn't put him in jail.
Nah, ain't nobody.
Should have.
Nah, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Welcome to R&R Sports, man.
What's up, brother Bedford?
How are you doing today?
Wonderful, sir. Don't start getting all Walter Cronkite now. You done stirred up all this.
No. See, I just don't understand how come you can be glorifying Louisville.
Because we champions.
That's all they had.
Champions,
they didn't have much.
Champions, bro.
They had Louisville Cardinals and Colonel Sanders. That's all they had. That's all they ever had, man.
Hey, man, we got the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
We have Muhammad Ali.
We ain't talking about you.
Yeah,
we are talking about William. Let's start out, man. Yeah. We always like to start out.
And Daryl Griffith, Dr. Duncanstein. He know about him.
Don't interrupt me, please. By talking about the journey a bit. So let's talk about you growing up. Now, here's what I heard. I heard that you didn't start playing basketball until what grade? Like
I didn't start playing to the ninth grade.
you start playing organized ball in the ninth grade.
Yes. I was on an all senior high team.
Okay.
And just funny you guys mentioned that, I just talked to my old coach, Coach Spriggs, that was coaching me in the ninth grade. And he's still living in the same house here in Memphis. Yeah.
Wow.
And a guy played on the team with his name, Rozelle Bell, called me and was saying, man, Coach Spriggs still around. I was like, wow. He said, we're going to get together and go over there and see him after this pandemic stuff is over.
Right.
But I just started playing basketball in the ninth grade. Coach Spriggs was the first coach to ever put me on a basketball court, knowing that I didn't have a clue about basketball at 6'9".
You were 6'9"
in
the ninth grade.
You were 6'9" and did not have a clue about basketball? Wow. What happened? Something happened. Something happened with his phone. His phone changed up. Somebody must have called him or something. He lost his internet connection. But nevertheless, since we are live, we can continue to talk about why we have William Bedford as a guest. The beauty of the fact is that William Bedford went to the league as a lottery pick.
Are you back?
You back, brother? That's all right.
There you go. Nothing, man. This is ridiculous.
Okay. Well, yeah. Get together.
Okay. Yeah, we got our people.
Yeah.
Our peoples
are working it out.
So,
but no, he went to the NBA as a lottery pick.
Yes.
6th pick in the draft to the Phoenix Suns. Literally was out of the league in a short amount of time. Had quite a few challenges.
Was into the league in a short amount of time. He didn't start playing ball.
Right.
Let's count it up. Count it up.
Right.
Started playing ball in ninth grade.
Ninth grade.
And then I don't even know if that was a school team. I think he didn't start playing school ball till 10th grade. We're going to find out. But let's say 9th, 11th, 12th grade. Those 3 years.
Yep, 3 years.
9th, 10th. What happened to 10th?
Mm-hmm.
9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Those 4 years. And then 3 years in college at Memphis State. And then he was in the NBA.
But what's interesting is that this kid had never really been outside of Memphis. Outside of Memphis from the time that he was early playing ball in 9th grade all the way through to him leaving and going to Phoenix, going on the whole other side of the United States.
Right.
Which I'm sure was quite a traumatic experience within itself.
Making a whole lot of money.
And then probably at 7 feet tall, they wasn't doing charter jets and whatnot back then. So I'm wondering.
They had some room now. They had some room. There's more rooms on plane rooms back then. But yeah, I mean it's a fantastic story, and we hope we get him back so he can tell it.
Absolutely, absolutely
get him back. So at any rate, though, as we were talking about, man, a lot happening.
It's a whole bunch going on,
and in the bubble.
What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts?
My thoughts were this famed Greek philosopher said it's all right until it ain't. And so far in the bubble, it's been all right. They have not had any
problems at all
for COVID.
Right.
And they're playing some decent ball.
Okay.
They're playing some real decent ball.
Man, they look
and
good.
They seem to
but once again, it's almost like the summer league experience because the brothers are balling.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, brother Bedford? You back?
Yeah, these kind of phones these days. If you ain't got 5G, it ain't working right.
Well, this is not the first time we've had some TDs, but hey, glad to have you back.
I think I do hear you guys say something about me at ninth grade. That something about some charter plane back then.
Yeah. Can you ask me? I'm asking. What was it like the first time being 6'9" to 7 foot riding on an airplane?
Well, the first time I've ever been on a plane was during that time that my coming up playing basketball through Coach Spriggs. But I mean, it's awfully tight. You can't. Back then, back then, the seats, if you didn't get 2-3 seats, you couldn't sit down.
Absolutely.
And it's like now, even if you don't ride first class, you can't ride back there.
Oh no.
So you can't do coach under any circumstances.
Any
exit ain't gonna even.
And it's got to be a very few chairs in the first class that I can fit in, especially not up front, like the front bulk area. No,
right.
It's got to be behind a couple of seats or so.
Oh wow!
So let's go back. So the question is, in the 9th grade, did you start playing school ball? Was Coach Spriggs a school? Okay, so you started playing school ball. This wasn't just like AAU type team or anything.
No. I was starting on an all senior high team with Coach Spriggs at Messick High School.
At Messick.
Okay.
Wow.
And the whole team was all seniors except for me and another guy named Sidney Atkins. We was the only 2 9th graders. Sidney Atkins was one of the prolific left-hand shooters that ever came out of here. He went to the University of Memphis too.
Okay.
But through knee problems had, dropped out of basketball. But I mean, we were the only 2 9th graders on an all senior high team, and that was my first year ever playing basketball, any kind of run up and down ball. I didn't know nothing about plays. I didn't know nothing about who's supposed to go where. I was just out there because I was 6'9" and I was out there, and there was nobody else on the court as tall as I was.
That's right. And I was telling them before the show started. Back then, coaches would walk up to you in school and just tell you, they would not ask you to come out. They would not say, they'd come up and tell you what time practice was. And be there.
You better be there. You better be there.
Better be there. We got to go to break, but we got so much to talk to you about, and we will be back for more R&R on Sports.
Okay.
Right? Excuse me?
We got a little bit more time.
Okay, so this thing is lying to me.
Yeah.
So we got time. Sorry about that.
So I want to know, when did it start to click? When did it start to make sense?
When you got the Melrose problem.
Because you ultimately end up going 6 in the draft. The famous 1986 draft. So when did it start to make sense?
I think it had to be my, I don't know, second year at Melrose, maybe, or during that.
That was your junior year. So it was your junior year then.
Right.
Senior year.
I was in ninth and 10th grade. I went to Melrose my 10th and 11th grade. My 10th grade is when I really started to get into basketball because we had
Bertie Sales was your coach?
No, Dorsey Sims. He was right after Bertie Sales.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Right.
And
so don't nobody know nothing about what y'all talking about.
Everybody know.
Man, this is a nationally syndicated show. Let me help y'all understand. We in over 116 markets. So you got to help people understand who these guys are.
You got his mic. Turn it off. Go ahead. Go ahead. So Coach Sims started teaching you the position, basically.
Right. Coach Sims had me playing against guys like Michael Brooks, Sue Campbell. Those guys had me in the gym playing with them every day. And he knew I didn't know anything about basketball, but he was, trying to get me acclimated, just run up and down. Run up and down, rebound the ball, pass, just do all the basic things. And later on, during that summertime, he started to teach me different stuff about basketball. So they went through a lot of skill development things and back to the basket moves for big men. And I started to get comfortable with it. Now, to actually really enjoy and think and know I was playing basketball and think, I can play this game. It was my junior year, getting ready to come out of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Man, so now I'm going to Memphis State.
Okay.
Where else? What was your number? What was the number 2 school? What was the school that you almost went to?
I almost went to?
Yeah.
There was no almost.
There was one and only.
There was no almost.
Really?
And don't say Louisville, because I didn't know anything about Louisville. I didn't know nothing about it. I thought y'all had a
Well, that's just
Horses
because
and
you hadn't been
Grand.
out.
I didn't know about going to
You hadn't been
basketball team.
outside of Orange Mound. That's all. That's
No.
That's all. That's the only reason you didn't know nothing about Louisville. Because you would have been running
Right,
down there and
okay.
said, Dr. Duncanstein, oh man, let me be Dr. Duncanstein number 2. You would have been saying all that kind of stuff.
But see, later on, I got to meet all those guys, and we talked about that too. As, you know, I have met all those guys though, but I mean, that was what was really funny was when I got a chance to get to Memphis State. My first semester was just like Penny Hardaway. My first semester, I was not eligible to play.
So you was Prop 48.
Right, I had to sit out my first year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then after when January came around, I was eligible to play again. And the shocker was Derek Phillips, which was starting center, gets hurt my first night on the bench.
Oh, wow.
Back the first night back. Okay.
Hold on.
No, this was the first
I'm
night.
talking
This was
about-
your...
No, this is my first night in the Mid-South Coliseum on a basketball team roster.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Never, ever been in nowhere else, man. I'm sitting on the bench. I'm
Roundhouse,
scared
and it
to
was
death.
packed, Jack.
Who y'all playing? Who y'all playing?
I have no clue. I don't even remember. I'm telling you, listen. I'm sitting at the end of the bench and I'm watching the guy go down with an ankle sprain. Now I thought it was an ankle sprain.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got to carrying him off, you know, I'm watching them carrying him off. And
they motioning for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, hey, how y'all doing? I waved at the man, like, hey, you know, and no, you in. I'm like, I'm in.
What?
So I go in the game. In the game, and they passed me the ball. I was supposed to swing it to the other person. As soon as it hit my hand, I turned around like high school and shot the ball. And it went in. It went in. My first shot went in. And ever since then, man, I was just run up and down the court until I learned how the plays was actually ran.
Right.
Wow.
You were string bean, man. You were green like a string bean, and you were the size of a string bean. Yes.
Green. That's why my only 6th year of playing basketball, I got drafted first round 6th pick, and I hadn't played for 6 years of my life.
6 years. Now I want to talk about that. I want us to talk about that when we come back. Now, do we have to go to break now? We'll be back for more R&R on Sports right after this.
As Howard's fanning out, just watch.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, one and all, to the little show that we like to call Black Nerd Power, BNP if you're nasty. I'm your host, Mr. Richard Douglas Jones, and with me, the co-hosts of Black Nerd Power, Mr. Marcus Seaberry.
What's up, my nerd?
Oh, nerd, please. And Ms. Kimber. What's happening, man?
Hi.
All right, first, here is the rage figure.
I love his helmet.
Talking about escapism and like, yo, I'm mad, but I'm tired. Like, is it okay that, like, if instead of going out to protest tonight, I want to sit and watch a movie? I'm just like, hell yeah, it's fine.
A quote unquote woke romance that features a character that's not being like objectified for her body. That does not necessarily mean that book will not have sex in it.
And I think on that note, we're going to end the show.
Kudzukian. Download the Kudzukian app, available on Android and iOS.
Back for more R&R on Sports. Back! And simple pleasures, man. That's what he does. So we've got William Bedford, retired NBA player, and member of the 1990 world champion, NBA world champion, Detroit Pistons. So,
hey, stop right there. Quick question. You still got your ring?
What?
You still got your ring?
Does a bear use the bathroom in the woods?
Beautiful. We absolutely debated about that. I said, no, the brother still got his ring. Howard was like, no, he didn't. Howard was like, nah, man, that brother ain't got his ring. I said, he got his ring.
I didn't.
I know that brother. Really, he's a
we
bad
never
boy.
Discuss that. So look, so your story, man, is intriguing, and it is a cautionary tale. I want to know from you, how much what you said before the last break had to do with the NBA, your future, and all of that. Only 6 or 7 years after you started playing organized basketball, you are in the NBA in Phoenix, Arizona,
Straight out of Orange Mound.
making whatever amount of money you signed for. What was that like for, how old were you?
At the time, 20. 19, 20 years old.
So what was that like for a
20.
20-year-old?
20.
It's well, for me, from the start, from 9th grade until the point to where I seen that I was going into the NBA, and it's only 6 years, I'm like, I don't really know nothing. Should I be really going?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was questioning myself because everything was coming so fast. I mean, you can go from having $10 one day to having $2 million the next day. And you go from never leaving Orange Mound to Phoenix, Arizona, that you should see on TV all the time. So it's like everything is a shock. Everything is running through real fast. There's no time to even slow down and think about anything.
Wow.
And once you actually into an NBA camp and it goes on the preseason, regular season, all that, man, you just like, you rolling so fast, you only live out of a bag. You live out of a bag. You play 4 games a week in 4 different cities. Who got time to think?
Did you have anybody back then that, like an older player or something that was like a mentor that could kind of counsel you?
Mm-hmm. My agent at the time, William Merriweather, had a son, Kevin Merriweather, that lived in Indianapolis. And my first year, he offered to come down and stay with me in Phoenix to help me get acclimated to the city and being able to be on the NBA schedule of going to practice and getting the games, because coming from college, everything is way different. You got way more games, you got way more responsibilities, and there's just a lot of things I did not know about it, period. And he came and lived with me for about the first year in Phoenix, Arizona, where I was, really got acclimated to know when to go to practice every day. You gotta be there. The real importance of being on time for being in the NBA, because in college, hey,
you get there. You kind of get there when you get there. Yeah.
Right. So and at that point, it was like knowing where to go in the city, where to hang out in the city. You stay at home or you go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It just really got me to the point to where we're from growing up from being a kid to being an adult overnight.
Listen, this is R&R on Sports, and we're speaking with former lottery pick William Bedford. So, William, when did it go bad? When did you know that things were going down the wrong alley, so to speak?
And when?
When? In the pro. Okay. Okay, but let's talk about the first time in Phoenix or Detroit that you realize, okay, this is going in a place that I definitely don't need to be.
Well, I mean, in Phoenix, I didn't have any problems in Phoenix with playing. I'm still puzzling myself. I'm still asking questions about what happened in '86 that caused that whole team to break up with me going somewhere else, because I didn't have nothing to do with nothing they even talked about. I was total green. I don't know nothing. As of today, I still don't know nothing.
For those youngsters out there, talk a little bit about who you played with.
Who was on that team out there?
Oh, wow, man! I played against some of the great. I played with the greatest guy. I played with Walter Davis. One of the best shooters in the league. I played with Larry Nance, James Edwards, Alvin Adams, Jay Humphries, Jeff Hornacek.
Yeah.
I played. We had a team. We had a squad.
We had a squad.
Kenny Gaddison, he was on our team.
Wow.
So
was it Detroit? Because a lot of souls been lost in Detroit.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what I heard.
No, let that brother got something's marinating up there. Let him come on with it. Tell me about that thought that you had right there. Tell me about that thought.
Well, see, that's something when often asked that question, that's something I really just try to not say too much about because I really want to blast it all in my book.
Okay.
But to give you a little bit of what I'm going to talk about is how I felt leaving Phoenix. I felt great leaving Phoenix because I was going to go to a team that everybody's heard of. Because at that point in time, Phoenix was a losing team. And I was like, well, nobody from my side of the area is going to know about me. So being traded to Detroit was an eye-opener for me. And it was something that can show me, say, like, okay, now you get a chance to play in front of people that have seen you play so long in college that maybe they'll get a chance to see if you can play in the pros, like, everybody thinks.
Right.
As I stayed in Detroit, I didn't like it. I'll put it this way, because I think my career could have been a lot better and took a whole nother turn if you had never brought me to Detroit.
Wow.
I have been, because
that's after winning the championship. That's after winning the championship, right?
This is the whole time I was in Detroit is how I felt. Because it's because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I met some great people. I've had some great guidance. I've some friends that I probably never ever have a chance to even have that type of friend again, or to be a part of anything like that again. But my thing is, it killed my career because, like you said, from the 9th grade, I've been starting on the first 5. I've been getting championships on the first 5, all the way through college.
Right.
And then to get picked first round, 6 picks, great. And then I go to Phoenix. I go to Phoenix and take a 13-year veteran spot in practice. Alvin Evans was their center for 13 years. I took his spot in practice. Okay? Luckily, unluckily, I got hurt preseason.
Okay.
When Detroit came to play us, was my first game back on the court.
Okay.
And I had a brace, half a leg. Then I had a brace on. And the first time I touched the basketball, I drove to the basket with one leg and dunked on John Sally, Bill Lambier, and Dennis Rodman all at the same time.
Oh, wow.
My first play back on the court. So later on in January, lo and behold, they trade and bring me and James Edwards to Detroit.
Right.
And guess what happened to me when I was in Detroit? You set me on the bench for the next 5 years.
I remember, I told you earlier, I was a fan and I watched you, man. I remember still either your last year or next to the last year, sitting on that bench. You made $990,000.
Let me hold something.
I mean, that year, I remember that, and I'm going,
smoke no more.
Huh? Say what?
Hey man, let me hold something. Let me hold something.
I don't cigarettes no more.
But yeah, man, I mean, and that was real money back then, and particularly real money for somebody who was in your position on the bench.
But see, like you say, that was real money for a guy my age back then.
Absolutely.
But I didn't care nothing about money, man. I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to play the game I love. I want to get out there and play and get excited. Like I see now, I still sit around and reminisce and think about what if. And I mean, sometimes that keeps me going because people always tell me, man, I would have been cracked up for all the stuff you done been through. But I tell them the only reason I haven't, because I keep saying in my brain, and I already know the facts. So why am I going to, listen to anybody else? I know what the facts are. I know why I was sat behind the bench. I mean, sat down there for so long. So you could stack a team to win the championship, which, you got to look at and understand too. Back when I came out, a lot of coaches didn't believe in playing rookies. At all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care when you I don't know when you was coming out, but it just so happened I came out being a 7-footer, which, you know, you pretty much had to play me because I'm one of the tallest guys on the team.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
But man,
so you played there in 5 years, so you got a little bit of Grant Hill while you were there.
No, I left right when Grant Hill came there. I left like right after the second championship we won. And we went into the auditorium. Again, here go another bitter piece of my Detroit Pistons.
Oh wow, man.
We go into this big auditorium, you know, the arena, you know, when all you had a big parade in the arena where people congratulate their team for being, you know, the whole 9 yards. And these guys got up, Bill Lambier, Isaiah Thomas, they got up and spoke in front of the entire arena with the whole coaching staff, GMs, and everybody, saying that, you know, the bad boys' turn, you know, how you had went through their turn 9 times with new leaf, and this team now was going to be my team. I'm going to be the one on here, right? This was what I was told in front of all these people.
Right.
So then I go to working out all summer. I'm talking about, man, I'm not even sleeping right. I'm working out so good because I know, okay, the next year you got to bring it. I mean, these people that put this whole organization on you, you got to bring it.
Right.
You trade me.
Oh, wow.
You trade me to the LA Clippers. Hold on.
Wow. Okay, man, well, hold on. I got one real quick question. You was there doing you got to see The Last Dance with Michael Jordan and all that. I'm certain you saw that. What was your recollection of those experiences as you saw them on the television screen?
Well, see, on the TV screen, it's only showing you a different part, showing you highlights of him getting beat up and all that. You know, it ain't really showing you the whole family-oriented type of thing that we used to go through with this man. Mike was a bad boy now. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed my whole time of sitting there on that bench watching him, and a few times I did get in the game playing against him. Yes, I enjoyed all of that. Mm-hmm. But it's like having a confidence level that you know something's gonna be right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like that feeling that you get when you get something that you didn't expect.
Right.
You know what I mean? That kind of excitement, that adrenaline, you know. Mm-hmm. And I never felt that in Detroit.
Mm. Oh wow.
I never did.
So
you know, ring ceremony, I wouldn't got the ring and all that. You know, I don't even wear my ring today because I don't even feel like I was a part of that team that even won because I didn't even play. You never put me on the court. You put me on the court against Chicago, in Chicago, and a 3-point play I made at the end of the game was the reason why we got over the hump to beat them in Chicago. But then, you know, I don't see it no more for next 10 games. You don't put me in on. I mean, I'm looking at guys. I'm sitting on the.
So where did these decisions come from?
Well, it looks like listen, this is Iron on Sports, and we were here with the great William Bedford of University of Memphis, Memphis State fame.
I hate that.
But nevertheless, man, we were at the end of the interview. So listen, we're gonna come back with some parting shots and shout outs and whatnot. So stay right there. This is Iron on Sports, and
we'll be back after this.
Oh man, you
Funky Politics. Hey, Funky Politics fan, it is DC. What a week, what a month, what a year. 2020, y'all. The information we give you here is always entertaining and it's always educational. And look, let me tell you something. We got more great shows coming your way.
That's the weirdest stuff I've ever seen in my life. I don't even understand how do you do that.
So make sure you stay tuned for more Funky Politics. Funky Politics, powered by the Kudzukian Network. That's right, folks. We're funky sometime. We funky your time. We funky all the time up in here. So make sure you stay tuned for more Funky Politics.
Check out all your Kudzukian favorites now. Download the Kudzukian app, available on Android and iOS.
Lonzo Morning.
Welcome back to Funky Politics, the hardest hitting political show on the planet. Speaking of taking care of ourselves, got a young lady, as I said earlier, Sadiqa Reynolds, who happens to be the president and CEO of the Urban League of Louisville. She's on the show today. We want to talk a lot about social justice. what does social justice mean to a people who have been oppressed for so many years that we don't even know what justice is anymore, or at least what we consider to be real justice anymore for the majority of us. And then we want to talk about hopefully an economic upswing in our communities of color who have been oppressed for so many years.
But especially people in Louisville, we are going through a lot here in the city, COVID-19
Yes.
and all of the challenges that has brought with it.
Kudzukian. Check out all your Kudzukian favorites now. Download the Kudzukian app, available on Android and iOS.
Back for more R&R on Sports as we get ready to get out of here.
Is this the end? Are you my friend?
Man, do you realize that if this wasn't your company, you'd be fired? Do you realize
You used to come
that
around when the chips
the only thing
were
that keeps
down
you here is because you the boss. I want you to know that.
They don't treat me like the boss.
They might not.
They don't treat me like the boss.
You know,
man.
you don't act like one either. But hey, so shout outs. Who you got shout out to?
Big John
Big John
Thompson. Listen, man, I can remember sitting there in front of the television, man, and watching Georgetown and just dreaming of being able to be on that court with them. And I admired him. I hung on every single word of John Thompson. And what he was able to do for those young men out of Baltimore and out of these urban environments like Cambridge from Patrick Ewing and so on and so forth. I just his impact and being the first African-American coach to win a national championship, his impact is immeasurable.
John Thompson was a giant in every sense of the word.
Absolutely.
He was physically imposing, man.
And he was so outspoken. And that's another thing.
And he was a giant in character.
He wasn't a punk.
Too.
He wasn't a punk.
He was a giant in character. Absolutely.
Does that mean does that mean he wasn't a punk?
That means that too. Yeah. I want to shout out a friend of mine. His name is Mark Stansberry Jr. And
is his daddy a DJ?
Yes, sir.
His daddy
yes,
DJ?
Sir. One of the oldest ones at WDIA, still on
WDIA.
So Mark too, he's a writer and an author, and he goes by the pseudonym of Markham Who.
Markham Who. Okay.
So in college, he was a trainer on the Georgetown basketball team. He was very, very close to Big John. I have not spoken to him. Shout out to him because I know he's going through some things right now because they were very, very close. Dikembe Mutombo, very, very close.
Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson. All of them.
Alonzo Mourning. And that was during the time that Mark was there. So shout out to you, Mark, man. I know it's a big loss because Big John was like his daddy.
Oh, wow.
At Georgetown. So,
and I love his real daddy.
Oh, yeah. Great man.
Good man. Good man, too.
So with that, we're going to say, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other.
Hold on, time out.
Okay, man.
If you want to catch on our episodes that you may have missed.
Okay.
Or if you came into this partway through.
Tell them how.
You can download the Kudzukian app in the App Store or Google Play.
All right.
You got it? You got it?
I got it.
You got it. Have you downloaded the app?
Absolutely.
Download the damn app, man.
I got it.
I know you a Luddite, so and look that up. So in case you don't know what that means.
No, man, I'm CME. I don't know what they practice. With that, we're going to say, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Be back with us next week, please, for more R&R on Sports. I'm Howard Robertson.
And I am the great, the exceptionally talented, the most amazing Larry Robinson. And we are out, my brother.
Say bye.
Bye.